Good morning. Your weekday kickstart is here. It's time to live, impact, value, and engage heart first. It's time for Live at 7:55 with Mitch Taylor.
How about now? Good morning. Welcome to Live at 7:55 for this Tuesday, May 12th. Thanks for being here. Good morning, Big Daddy. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Paul. Today, good morning, Joe. Thanks for being here as we kick off another edition of your weekday motivational kickstart. That is Live at 7:55. Someone mentioned yesterday regarding my going live on Saturdays. And to me, you know, I'm not doing it as much as anyone else is. I'll say that, number one. Number two, this is just me kind of having fun, However, it also is a practice session. And I see guys like Chris Romero and Dawson High and, Jason Janai and others, Chris Hintz, oh my gosh, Chris Hintz, just crushing it, going live, mixing their sets, and I think it's awesome. You may get shut down by the Facebook police, but Matt Radicelli, thank you, my friend. When I think of the U.S. being quarantined, I think of Live at 7:55 as being part of my day. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. And so here's the thing. You got to practice. And that is not just spinning. It's not just the music. You've got to put in the steps every single day. You know what I mean? Like I'm working on the finances of my business, and I'm looking at, okay, how long can we survive as a business? If you're not looking at the data, if you're not looking at the details, if you're not looking at the trends, and again, 2020 is throwing everything into a dumpster fire and blew it up, honestly, in the event world. And that's okay. But you have to put in the steps. So practice doesn't just mean jumping on the decks and spinning. While that is a form of practice, absolutely, it's not the only one. So what steps are you putting into your daily life in practice? It may not be just the music and spinning. It might be, I'm going to make sure I reach out and touch someone in a positive way at least 2 to 3 times a day. It may be, I'm going to make sure I make time for that walk. It may be, I'm going to make sure that I make time for saying something positive to my kids, to my wife. What are your positive steps of practice? What are your steps of practice each and every day that you put in? And again, I applaud the guys that go on and mix live. I think it's awesome. That to me is huge. Who's the idiot who said 2020 was not going to be a great year? I hope no one remembers it was me. Mike Walter, I thought it was going to be a killer year. I was looking at trajectory and I'm like, man, we did awesome from 2018 to 2019. 2020 is looking even better, and all these things like extra Saturday in February and all these things. And yeah, that actually was my last performing gig, believe it or not, performing event, I should say. My last performing event was February 29th of 2020, Leap Day. I did a wedding at the Terrace here locally, and it was a great wedding, killer wedding. And yeah, hasn't performed since then. So at least, aside from performing a ceremony. So for Kayleen and Britt. But anyway, what steps are you putting into practice today? That's the question. And I would encourage you to have 2 to 3 steps that you're putting into practice every single day. Or maybe it's every week, like the financial thing. Like I look at my business, where we're at financially every single week. That's where we look at it and examine the data and look, say, okay, up, down, flat line, what are we doing? What's the trends? Where is it going? What was it last year? What was it this year? That's what I look at. So again, what are the steps that you're putting into practice each and every single day? I challenge you, make sure you have 2 to 3 that you are religiously putting into your life. And whether that's daily or weekly, I would encourage you to make it at least weekly. Big Daddy says he performed a March 14th birthday party. Of course, Big Daddy, I'm surprised you didn't like perform a wedding on March 19th or something, like the day you guys shut down. But that would surprise me. Mike Walter says he performed, officiated, and DJ'd a wedding on March 14th as well. So kudos to you, gentlemen. Not me. It was February 29th was my last event. So I'm looking forward to hopefully maybe getting back to an event in July. We'll see. That's where we sit right now. So anyway, that's my challenge to you today for Live at 75. That's what Allen Iverson was famous for. One of his things he's famous for is talking about practice. And are you just putting that into play, no pun intended, or not? Mike Walter says should have just sold my gear that night. Yeah, I somewhat cringe when I realized I bought a new photo booth, end of March or end of February, I should say, and then we hit the whole thing in March, and yeah, it is what it is. So we'll get there eventually, but we'll get there. Thanks for watching Live at 75 with this morning. Appreciate you. Tomorrow's off day. I've got BNI in the morning, so I won't be here in the morning with you guys, but we'll pick back up on Thursday with another brand new Live at 7:55 for you. Until then, make sure you're putting those steps into practice. Make sure you have 2 or 3 you're getting in at least weekly or daily. That's it for today's show. We'll see you back here on Thursday. Bye.
Thanks for watching Live at 7:55. To bring Mitch to speak to your organization, go to MitchTaylor.net. Now go live, impact, value, and engage heart first.